In a heart-stopping moment of defiance that shook South African politics to its core, General Mkhwanazi's explosive demand to take the president into custody during a parliamentary session sent the nation into an unprecedented political tempest. His remarks, squarely directed at President Sir Ramaphosa, amidst swirling allegations of misconduct, threw the corridors of power into chaos and fired up fierce debates on accountability, justice, and the extent of executive authority. What had been expected to be a routine session of parliamentary oversight spiraled out of control rather quickly as questions began to arise over government accountability. With his commanding presence, General Mkhwanazi rose to his feet, his voice cutting through murmurs from the members in the assembly. "Arrest him now," he declared without mincing words, casting the chamber into uproar in an instant. Opposition MPs leaped to their feet, some shouting in agreement, others demanding the president's immediate explanation, while supporters of the ruling party exchanged urgent whispers among themselves, and security scrambled for a way to restore order. For several minutes, the session degenerated almost to chaos as microphones captured the shouting, the banging of desks, and the look of sheer disbelief on the faces of lawmakers. Mkhwanazi's charge was far more than a political jab, it went to the very fabric of the presidency. Analysts described it as one of the boldest public confrontations of a sitting South African president in decades. Citing ongoing investigations into suspected corruption and misconduct, the general insisted that the weight of evidence required the immediate intervention of the courts. "We cannot continue to shield the nation's highest office from justice. The law must be applied equally to all," he thundered, his words echoing through the chamber. The fallout was immediate. Social media erupted, with millions weighing in, some hailing him as a hero, others accusing him of trying to undermine the president and destabilize the government. Memes, hashtags, and viral videos of the dramatic moment circulated within hours, turning Parliament into a global spectacle. Meanwhile, there were whispers of emergency meetings within the ruling party. The leadership of the ANC was in a scramble to control the narrative, as senior officials met behind closed doors, strategizing on how to handle the situation. Some factions urged damage control, while others took Mkhwanazi's defiance as a sign of increased internal turmoil. Some political analysts say this confrontation could be a tipping point for South Africa. Legal experts warn that if calls for immediate arrest gain traction, it could hasten the president's judicial process and set up an unprecedented takedown of the executive head of state by law enforcement agencies. Others caution that such a move risks destabilizing the government and plunging it into a constitutional crisis. Public reaction was equally emphatic. Protests erupted in major cities, with citizens demanding accountability and transparency, and immediate legal action. Chanting crowds waved placards, angry over alleged corruption, in a clear message that South Africans would not passively observe the unfolding drama. Reactions were wild within Parliament. Opposition parties seized the moment to demand hearings and investigations, and full disclosure of evidence against Ramaphosa, while some senior lawmakers called for immediate suspension pending further inquiry. Ruling party members tread cautiously, balancing loyalty to their leader against mounting public pressure and the undeniable weight of Mkhwanazi's statements. Observers note that this explosive confrontation marks a turning point in South African politics. Mkhwanazi, known for his discipline and unwavering stance on accountability, forced the nation to confront uncomfortable questions: is anyone truly above the law? Can the highest office be held to the same standards as every citizen? How far will political institutions go to ensure justice prevails without triggering chaos? As the nation waits with bated breath, one thing is certain: Mkhwanazi's words have not only shaken Parliament but ignited a political firestorm that will dominate headlines for weeks, if not months. With street protests, parliamentary inquiries, and intense media scrutiny looming, South Africa stands at a crossroads. The coming days may define the balance of power, the rule of law, and public faith in institutions meant to protect it. For now, the country watches, debates, and waits, and one thing is clear: in the wake of Mkhwanazi's explosive call, the era of political caution may be over. Justice will not be delayed, and no one, not even the president, will be untouchable.